KKKKK. Oh. Hi, Sagittarius. It's me, a fellow member of said community. I just wanted to do some individuals. I had time. I'm off today, so yeah, we're just gonna like dive in while I still can. It's early. It's Tuesday, so yeah, I'm just feeling like I'm ready to kind of get some things started. Had a slow morning, had a slow start. So yeah, hi, my name is B. Just in case if you're new here, forgot to say that. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. And yeah. So, I mean, let's just go ahead and jump in. Like, share, subscribe, drop down below in the description box if you need to find me on my other platforms or book a reading. I am open for personals, and you can find the discount code also down in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I know I want to start with these oracles. I don't know really what anything else is going to like entail. So let's just see, I guess. Again, hoping that this is low enough to where YouTube don't copyright me. So let me see. Try to get it low. But it is Safety Net by Ariana Grande that is playing. Okay. It just I shuffled it. I always like to shuffle and see what kind of song kind of starts out with first. Just kind of go in from there. We'll just coast around it. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Of course, I'll start with this oracle deck. I'll kind of move around, bada bing, bada boom, and then we'll just wrap this up. I don't want this to be super long, so I'm going to stop talking. Give me 3 or 4 cards for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay. Don't force nothing. Nothing I say here is meant to confuse you or trigger you in any kind of capacity. All right. If it does, turn this video off. All right. Give me 2 more cards. Right. I want to start with what I'm intuitively seeing, and then I'll go in um, with other things. What is this? Price tags with Innocent Pack by Jasmine Sullivan. I want to start with what I'm intuitively seeing first, and then I'll go into some other things, right? So we have Nirvana here. We have Outcast. We have Godfather. And then we have Coming to America. Can you see it? I feel like the glare from the window because the window is open. So what I'm seeing first here, right, Sagittarius, are you hanging around a group of people or are you encountered with a group of people? Okay. Outcast, there's 2 of them. Nirvana, there's 3. Okay, as you can see. So for me, I think that's pretty interesting. The group of the situation. And then the other 2 cards you got being Godfather and Coming to America. Um, if you are in a group, right? If you do have a gang of people, hold on. Still feel like I want to turn it down a little bit. If you are with like a group of people, or maybe you're hanging out with multiples, maybe you have a particular friend group or something like that. This makes me feel like uh you might be the star. And I hate to kind of say that, like, like you're the leader friend, but this kind of feels like you're the leader friend. Even though we all love Nirvana, right? Kurt Cobain was Kurt Cobain, right? We love Outkast and we love Big Boy, but Andre was and still is Andre, right? R.I.P. to Kurt Cobain, but Kurt Cobain was Kurt Cobain for a reason, right? So this makes me feel like Sagittarius, remember, even though you might be in a crowd of people or you might be affiliated with others, some of you might need to be reminded that you're like the star. It doesn't matter how many people are in the room, right? Remember that you are the star in the room. You are the standout, right? Like I said, we all love Nirvana as a group. But I honestly don't know nobody else's name in the group aside from Kurt Cobain, right? And I, as a Southern woman and as a black woman and a lover of rap, I'm very familiar with Outkast. But let's be completely honest. As much as we love Big Boy down, and he is such a legend and everybody's Southern unk, okay? At the end of the day, Sir Lucius Left Foot is not 3 stacks. Right? Okay, I don't know. It doesn't matter how much we love Big Boy. If you see 3 stacks somewhere playing that motherfucking flute or playing something, some sort of instrument, you'll probably be starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not to say that Big Boy wasn't as good, but there was just something different, something special about 3 stacks. To where everybody, this what made Andre Andre. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Kurt Cobain. That's not to say that the other guys weren't good, but Kurt Cobain was Kurt Cobain. It's what made Kurt Cobain, and Kurt Cobain is what made Nirvana. You know what I'm saying? Andre being Andre is what made it Outcast. You know what I'm saying? Like they were doing different. They were very different. They dressed different. The sound was different. And Andre, I think, just did a different, a like a more, I guess, prominent way of embracing and or expressing his difference. I don't know, right? But for those of you who understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. Sagittarius, I feel like that's the main thing I'm seeing right now, right? Even as I'm looking at this Outcast card, I see duo, okay, elevators, black sheep, okay. So it makes me feel like, again, even though you have people around you, even though you might be, in a particular friend group or in a particular setting or environment, even if that's not the case, and you just standing in the room with a bunch of random motherfuckers, remember that you are the one, okay? Especially because good things are definitely coming, okay? Even on the Nirvana card, it says pressure, never mind, come as you are, okay? Lonely, so making sure that, again, this also makes me feel like even though you're in a crowd full of people, Sagittarius, you could definitely right now still be feeling pretty lonely. And that's because you're meant to be different, right? Even if you in the same class in the same speed with somebody, maybe you're seeing things differently, operating differently. Maybe you're maneuvering things and going about things a little bit differently, which is normal. Okay? Dare to be different. Stand out. Don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd is what this is kind of feeling like right now. But this also makes me feel like these other two cards with Godfather and Coming to America makes me feel like you got some good shit coming. Again, you might be the different one in your friend group, but that's you're meant to do that. Right? Again, you might be the different one in the duo. You might be the different one in the band, right? But it's meant to be like that. It's meant to be like that so that way you can stand out because you're meant to build an empire, because you're meant to do great things. You're meant to really go ahead. Okay, Godfather says boss, old money, dirty money, or offer he can't refuse, head of the table. Okay, Coming to America says entourage, marriage. Okay, it already says wedding in the Godfather card. It says marriage here. So again, this is about committing to something. Sagittarius, what could you be committing to right now? Who could you be committing to right now? And honestly, this feels like some of you are meant to be different. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be the star of the band. You're meant to be different. You're meant to be the one with the motherfucking silk press and the green slit pants. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here, goddamn, with the little bob, and like you're meant to be that. For some of you, you could maybe be a little shy. Even though I mean I don't really know too many Sagittariuses to be a little shy, but but in the event that maybe you are, it's like remember to do that. For those of you who aren't afraid to be shy, you already know that. You know you meant to be different. You already know that how you dress is so fresh and so motherfucking clean, okay? And you're genuinely invested in coming as you are. You don't want to show up as nobody else. You don't care to be nobody else. This makes me feel like there's a reminder here again that things are about to be elevating. It might feel lonely though. Okay, there's some people that can't go with you. There's some things that can't go with you. There's some ways of doing things that can't go with you. As I looked at the word drugs and saw his finger in his nose. Okay, drugs is right above his head, and you can see his finger in his nose. So there could be some things or some people that can't go with you. If it's not drugs in particularly, it could just again be habits, ways of doing things. Maybe excessive drinking, excessive smoking. Maybe you do like to kind of party a little bit here or there. No tea, no shade, no judgment. You know. Maybe you just lazy or maybe you shy. Whatever this is, though, it's like it can't go with you as you're elevating. Okay, but you're meant to be building your empire. You're meant to be showing your oats. You're meant to be building your entourage, and you're meant to really be discovering some new things. As we have the Coming to America card here with Eddie Murphy, big a big goofy ass smile on here. But yeah, this feels like again being the head of the table, though, right? So this is an indication to say that whatever you want to happen, however you want it to happen, it's on you right now. Okay. 11:11 right now at my time. So again, that's about alignment and that's about new beginnings. Okay. But for me, 11:11 is are you in alignment with what you want? Again, are you making the self-sacrifices? Are you getting up early, going to bed late at night? Are you putting away some of your vices? Are you checking your motherfucking habits? Are you being disciplined and using self-restraint on what it is that you need to do? Are you actually sowing your royal oats? Are you investing in yourself? Are you investing in what you want to do? The fact that you're just you authentically is not enough, Sagittarius. Yeah, you might be unapologetically you for those of you who aren't too shy or ashamed of being the black sheep or anything like that. But that's just only a part of the battle. It's not all of the battle. but you also have to implement certain things. All right. For others of you, you might have the implementation good down, and you might know that you can kind of discover and learn and research. But see, you might be a little ashamed to be yourself. You might be a little scared to speak into your truth or stand in your truth. You might be a little nervous to really be the one to say what needs to be said. You know, you might be a little nervous to really just come as you are and just allow people to accept you and love you, flaws and all. Okay, coming back to this never mind card next to this pressure. Okay, so again, for some of you, you might dream a lot of doing stuff and, you know, having your own entourage or doing this and doing that and what, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, once you start to think about it and all of the pressure and then what you need to do and how you need to do it and to really be seen or to really be heard, and knowing that you as a Sagittarius would have to actually say what needs to be said despite how, because, you know, there are some of us who don't care how we make other people feel. And there are some of us who are very conscious of the fact that if I say that, it might hurt some feelings. And I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but it's less about hurting people's feelings and it's more about being authentically yourself and coming as you are. The people who honor and respect that gonna honor and respect that. And the people that ain't gonna make you have to feel like you the problem. It just depends on where the coin lies, to be honest. Um, Give me an oracle card. I'll take another one and then we can jump to some tarot. We'll be at 11 minutes because I said I don't want to be here long. Okay. Strings and lonely, all apologies is looking at me too out of this Nirvana card, which makes me feel like, again, you could have some strings attached to some people or some things, some habits and some ways of thinking, right? That needs to go. Where it's cutting ties with people, you could feel very lonely, but it's gonna benefit you in the long run. Okay, black sheep and lonely is here. But again, it'll benefit you in the long run. It'll benefit you in the long run. They always said it's lonely at the top. That's the phrase that's coming to me, Sagittarius. Remember that it's lonely at the top. So don't fret over what you're losing and who you're losing. Don't fret over the fact that you have to lose some of these attachments. Don't fret over the fact that you have to like stop doing certain things. It's lonely at the top. That's just what it is. It's lonely at the top. Give me an oracle card for my Sagittarius: Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Protecting treasure and the magic prayer both came out. So this makes me feel like, again, you don't have to be overly protective of what you're building either right now. You could be scared to take some risks, scared to do what you're supposed to do, because you could feel like if I take this risk, I'll fail. If I do this, it won't work. If I do that, it won't work out for me. And that's not really true, right? Details, details, details. Looking in the middle, right? And under the microphone glass, it says important notes, clarify. You know what I'm saying? So again, you could be focused too much on the details, or you could not be focused enough on the details. Now that I'm thinking about it, because Sagittarius, we're very bigger picture people. We're very much a bigger picture people. We don't really pay attention to the details. So it's not that you can't take a leap of faith, you can. But again, pay attention to the details. Take a page out of Virgo's book and get into the details. Really make sure you got a plan and everything that is worked out. Okay, but it's time to start building something. It's time to start moving. Magic Prayer is here, which is a card to say, again, when you need the answers, if you are searching for some answers, you have to go within in order to really gain them. Okay, none of these answers are external of you. All of the answers that you seek, all of the signs, the direction that you are looking for, that you might be needing at this time, is going to come directly from prayer and meditation. Okay, it's time to get organized. It's time to remember that you are the head of your table. Okay, so this ain't the time to be trying to sit around and wait on a miracle. Take take initiative is what I'm getting. Be proactive is what I'm getting. Okay, this is like an offer you can't refuse. Your life is definitely leveling up right now at this time, but it's also reliant heavily on how well you can get organized, how well you can get in control of things, how well you can kind of get in your boss energy to really handle and I'm seeing somebody like delegate tasks, like, you know what I'm saying? So you need to kind of get in the driver's seat of your life right now. And that's just for all of us, regardless of if you lacking on authenticity, but you got follow through, or maybe you lack on follow through, but you got authenticity. Regardless, though, it's time for you to like get in the driver's seat and make something happen. Okay, kings and queens, discovery, sowing oats, empire. Okay, prototype. So again, that's about trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that you should know the prototype song. You are the prototype. Okay, well, what he said, come on, Andre, I hope that you the one. And if not, you the prototype. Okay, so again, even this ain't the one, even if this ain't the number one blueprint, let it be the prototype to what you want to do. But it's time to get started on what your prototype is, if in case if this isn't the real thing. The prototype is gonna let you know what you want to do when the real time comes. But again, if you spend a lot of time drinking, smoking, hanging out, partying, kicking shit, then you're not really getting serious. Because things are supposed to be elevating for you. There's a big collective energy feeling of things moving forward for people. For my collective, a lot of their divine team energy is like focus on the success. We have success coming in for you. We have things that we're trying to bring in for you. Don't get distracted by the things that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because we are bringing in some things that matter. So protecting treasure makes me feel like, again, you don't got to be overly protective of yourself, of your finances, of what you want to do, your thoughts, your ideas, and stuff like that. It's time to just implement them. But the question could be, how are you going to go about doing it? And to answer that, you would have to go within. And again, it might be a couple of y'all. You might have a duo. Though I say there might be two of y'all, three of y'all, five of y'all at max. Okay, if you ever seen Coming to America, you know he had a friend, a homie, a partner, or something like that. But it's only one of y'all. Only one of them was the king of Zamunda. It wasn't both of them. Only one of them was the king of Zamunda. Only one of them is Andre Three Sacks. Only one of them is Kurt Cobain. Sagittarius, you are Kurt Cobain. You are the king of Zamunda. You are Andre Three Stacks sitting here in the corner while people love and admire you in the cut as you sit here and play your flute and you mind your mother business because you feel like you too old and too grown to be trying to rap because you don't know what you even fit to talk about because your eyes is going bad and your hair is turning gray and you just don't live the same things that you used to live no more. Shout out to him. I've always loved and admired Andre Three Stacks too. What does Sagittarius need to know right now at this time? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, the first card out. Now is the time to start investing in yourself, investing in what you want, investing in who you are, investing in your look. I'm even hearing now is the time to invest in your look also. Okay, how do you want to look? This is the time to start making investments. Sowing oats. We have that on this card, do we not? Do we not? Sowing oats is right here. Sowing oats. So how are you investing your money? How are you investing your craft? How are you investing in yourself right now at this time in order to really start seeing your life elevate? Yeah. Knight of Wands just flipped over. It fell sideways. So again, for some of you, you could be feeling the momentum and the energy and the umph to get up and get moving, without actually doing the thing. Yep. Eight of Swords. Yeah. For some of you, you're extremely in your head. Get out of your head, Sagittarius. This is not the time to be in your head. This is not the time to be in your head. Pressure, never mind. Pressure, never mind. You see a real big up here at the top, never mind. Pressure. So once you start thinking about it, you start kind of worrying yourself. I don't know if I can really do this. I don't know if I can really do that. I don't know if this will work out for me. What if it don't work out for me? What if I fail? What if I do this? Right? That's for some of y'all. Sagittarius, we dream really, really big. We dream really, really big. Okay. The year of the horse. They said it's supposed to be kind of interesting for us considering we're ruled by half horse. So I wonder what that's gonna make us feel like. But it's kind of giving like again, don't let your mental block you from taking the action. Sometimes you thinking too hard about it, Sagittarius. Sometimes you too in your head about it. Sometimes you asking too many questions. Sometimes you too inquisitive. Sometimes you just need to go. One thing I do love and hate about us is that we can have the ability to fly by the seat of our pants. Sometimes we don't ask enough questions. Sometimes we don't make enough of a plan. Sometimes we don't look at the details enough. We just go. And sometimes we spend too long on it. Trying to be too analytical. You spend so much time trying to line up your motherfucking bow and arrow and shit to where by the time the window came to take a shot, it came and went because you still trying to line it up good. Stop trying to line it up good. Just throw it. Just throw it. Do it. Let it stick where it's gonna stick. And where it don't stick, it won't stick. And then at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what that sounds like. And if first you don't succeed, try a motherfucking again. Okay? But don't spend so much time trying to line your arrow up that you now miss the window of opportunity to shoot that motherfucker. Shoot it. That's the point of being Sagittarius. That's the point of being risk takers. It's the point of sometimes flying by the seat of our pants. Sometimes that fuck us up. But we're also ruled by Jupiter. More times than not, we land on our feet. And if we don't, it's a lesson down the line that we can apply to different areas and give to other people. Regardless, though, it's something to do, and you should actually do it. Yeah, Wishing on a Star by Rolls Royce. I'm wishing on a star. So yeah, now is the time to really kind of go for the goals. Okay, stop thinking so hard about it. Come as you are, show up as you are, flaws and all. You don't have to be perfect when you do something. The setup don't have to be perfect. The step by step don't got to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be flawless. Okay, it doesn't always have to be so pretty and so polished. Sometimes you just gotta put the shit out there as it's rigid, right? The content, the photos, the story, the content, the you know what I'm saying, the vlog, whatever it is, Sagittarius, that you're doing, it don't always gotta be perfect. Don't spend so much time in the minute details that you like miss the goal, right? That's something I've been telling something I've been telling myself lately. Don't wait for the perfect time to do something. That's been a mantra I've been reminding myself of lately. Because sometimes, again, you think that you go, oh, well, I'll just do it the night when I get done and after I eat and I cook and everything is great and everything, as soon as you get done and you done ate and washed the dishes and did everything, child, you're not finna do that no more. You don't want to do that no more. With that thing you want to do is anything else. You want to lay down and get in the bed, but you've been telling yourself all day, oh, I'm gonna just do it later. I'm gonna just do it later. I'm gonna just do it later. Nah, do it now while it's on your mind. Do it now while you got time. And while you're doing it, again, let it be what it's gonna be. It ain't gonna always be perfect, pretty, polished, put up, amazing, pampered. It is sometimes it's gonna look rough. Sometimes the rough draft gonna look rough. That's what the rough draft is. That's what the prototype is. It ain't supposed to be perfect and polished. That's why it's the prototype. But if you put out the prototype, it'll let you go back to the drawing board on how you need to perfect whatever this is. Again, yourself, your craft, your passion, your content, whatever it is that you're doing, fill in the blank here. You can polish it and then come back to it. But for some of you, again, this feels like you might need to also kind of go into some prayer and meditation to figure out what you want to do, what direction you want to go in. Because it's Knight of Wands next to this magic card. I mean, that magic prayer here makes me feel like for some of you, you might not necessarily even know where or what way you wanted to go. You might still be a little lost on exactly what you want to do or how you want to do it. But for those of you who know what you want to do and how you want to do it, get out of your own way. Get out of your own head. You're thinking way too much about other people, what other people might think, and the collective of the thing. Think about yourself. Commit. That said, I'm being brought back. I'm being brought back to this wedding and this marriage in both of these cards. There's a wedding here. There's marriage here over here on this card. Okay. Now is the time to commit to something. What are you committing to? Flaws and all. What are you committing to? Unpolished and all. Rigid and rugged and all. What are you committing to? What are you committing to? What are you investing in? What investments are you making with your time, your energy, your emotions, your mental? Now is the time to really get serious about it because this is your empire and things are elevating for you. This is meant to make you your own boss, to change over your own life. Give me one more card for Sagittarius. You change your own life. Yeah, Ten of Cups. See, everything that you've been dreaming of, everything that you've been wanting, wishing on a star playing right now by Rose Wars, everything that you've been thinking of, everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that makes you happy. The wife, the life, the husband, the career, the emotional fulfillment, the happiness. You wake up in the morning and say, wow, I really did that. I could never want for anything in the world because everything that I want is already right here, right now, already. I'm already happy with everything. I couldn't be any happier, you know what I'm saying, with anything that I have, right? But it's gonna come at the cost of you maybe having to reject some things. It might come at the cost of some things that are directly in your face that you're not really seeing right now. Some things that could be holding you back and keeping you from really elevating. And it's gonna be on you to really start making some changes about that. Get out of your head about it. Really start taking some action about it. And go from there. Thank you again so much though for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said, my name is B, just in case if you forgot for the beginning of this. And yeah, wishing y'all the best, wishing y'all some luck. I'm seeing some big things for y'all. Okay. So don't forget that you got some good success and some things coming in. Just remember not to overthink it. Okay. Drop down below in the description box. Get my 10% off discount code. I am open for personal readings. And yeah, I'm up out of here. I have a couple more other things to do today. So I'll just talk to y'all later. Okay. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you over on the next video. Bye.